title track segues right into Brendan 1. After their drummer. It's almost like a coda to that song, but they sort of let those songs bleed together. And it's perfect, and you're absolutely right. The way the band changed the hierarchy of what a typical punk band would be. The guitars up front, the voices up front, and the rhythm section kind of driving it. Here, the rhythm section is taking the lead role. And you can definitely hear that in that song, that See Fit Is Fine. Same kind of instance of the guitar playing this riff, and then the bass and drums, Joe Lally and Brendan Canty, sort of swirling around it and creating this almost a melodic tone, but also kind of an orchestration that drives the song along. And the guitars are almost there as a textural thing. Yeah. I've seen people sort of look askance at the guitar, like, well, they're not really playing notes, man. But I think the way Guy Picciotto and Ian MacKaye looked at the guitars were as sound machines. Mm-hmm. We're not playing blues chords here, man. We're doing something different here. It's a textural thing. It's a noise maker. It's an accent mark. And they have these two genius musicians in the rhythm section. Yeah. Why not foreground that? Why not give that?
And this has a whole history throughout popular music. We have Sly and Robbie in the reggae world doing that, where someone will snare drum. Public Enemy coming out at this time, making some of its greatest music. And we're beginning to question, in all interesting genres, does bass and drums have to take a backseat ever to guitars, and what is melody? And can you have melody coming from instruments that are supposed to be rhythmic, and rhythm coming from instruments that are supposed to be melodic?
And it's interesting because what you just said, Ian would tell people that reggae was a huge influence on the way the band sounded, and you would hear this influence more pronounced on future Fugazi records. It's not as apparent on Repeater, but in the way the rhythm section is foregrounded, it's very much a part of that. It also harkens back to that Public Image Limited record, which was very influenced, the Metal Box album specifically.
Yeah.
Reggae thing. Yeah. All these Lee Scratch Perry remixes.
Oh, well, punk had changed everyone's worldview. And now it had fizzled out, and what was going to happen? So, that term post-punk is the right word for it. The punk let's bring in everything.
When we recently spoke with Ian MacKaye, he confirmed the breadth of his influence, including some more mainstream rock and roll.
When I played Minor Threat, it wasn't as if you always listened to a specific kind of music. Most people don't know this, but when I played bass in the Teen Idol, which was the band before Minor Threat, I was writing a lot of the lyrics, and I had ideas about how to sing that in Minor Threat, when I became a singer, I could pursue. But for people, I don't realize that what inspired me, among other things, was Janis Joplin, or Joe Cocker. Seeing those guys, I was so obsessed with Woodstock and that late 60s stuff. I was, in the early 70s stuff. That kind of emotive, that was something that really resonated with me. So it wasn't like I was only listening to, what would be termed hardcore. We were always listening to all sorts of things. And I think by the time Fugazi rolled around, it was such a wide palette. We had, the four of us listened to so much different kinds of music, which I think is, for people who go in with a microscope, it's pretty clear that part of the reason that music is so strange sounding is that it has so many different ingredients.
Let's talk about the themes on this album, because they really are
striking. I had a conversation with my good buddy Jim Tesla, who saw Fugazi like 10 times. He'd seen Minor Threat like 10 times, right? I never saw Fugazi. One thing he said is he never will understand Fugazi if he didn't see it.
Right.
I don't know. The record struck me. But the other thing he said is we weren't listening to the lyrics. And I'm like, wow, what do you mean? Minor Threat has been a bit strange, right? We're preaching straight edge. We are preaching a lifestyle, DIY, do not stray.
It was jabbing the finger in your chest and saying,
Right.
you need to listen to this.
Right,
you know?
right. Not unlike the way that Riot Girl eventually would on the feminist tip. Fugazi inserts a more novelistic writer kind of approach. I think, instead of if you sell out to the man, you're evil, you should die, the song Merchandise, which is to me the one that always jumped out, with that notion, you are not what you own.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
It's making me question myself instead of Mackay, no matter how well-meaning, telling me what to do. It's making me pose questions. And, I think that comes up again and again throughout the album, even when they're talking about specific things like a shooting or drug addiction in the tough streets of D.C.
Yeah, consumerism, materialism, these are huge themes on this record. It's also about, being under the thumb of the man, the bureaucracy self-perpetuating itself. You hear that in a song like Blueprint, where he is literally screaming, I'm not playing with you. And he's also telling his audience, never mind what's been selling, it's what you're buying. You have a choice in this matter.
Yeah.
You don't need this. They're telling you you need this, but you don't want it. Don't buy it. Don't buy in. So it was a very powerful message to this audience, but like you said, a little more open-ended. Think for yourself, I think, was the big theme to the record, which I think was a shift in the way Minor Threat approached things.
Yeah,
we
it
will
was
tell
a
you
little
more
bit more
declarative.
declarative. Yeah.
It was it was the bullhorn at the rally. This is more about, okay, we're going to bring this noise, but we're leaving this openness here. And I think that's why those shows were so important, because to me, Fugazi represented this idea of community. And as the shows got bigger and bigger, you kind of realize this community's getting bigger and bigger too. There's more people who agree with me than I realized, or are kind of thinking the same way as I am. And that was really important. Those shows were so cathartic. As good as the records are, I don't think anything equals being at a great Fugazi show.
Well, it started at the door, right? Famously, Fugazi tried to make every show a $5 cover. Some of them were $7, right? They were all ages, right? So everyone is welcome. No one is excluded. And even at a point where, where Peter Sons a million records, where they could have done much bigger business, they did not. They continue to operate on a DIY. And you would see it rewarded by lines around the block, people waiting to get in.
Yeah, absolutely. The shows were consistently sold out, in part because the ticket price was so low. They were making it accessible to all ages. They were making it accessible to kids who didn't have a lot of money. The result was they ended up having to play bigger and bigger venues, and as the record started to sell, as repeaters started to approach 500,000 sales, at a
record.